everybody, and welcome back once again. Here we are for another edition of Inside the Headset. It is Week 8, Game 8. 3 left on the schedule, and I'm with the head coach of the Blackman Blaze, Coach David Watson. Coach, how are you doing?
Doing well, Stork.
It's been about, I just talked to Oakland's coach a few minutes ago, and it's been right at, I guess, about somewhere around about 19 days, I guess, since we talked. I did not talk to you. I did not talk to you the week you played Smyrna, but I did talk to you the week before. So let's just pick it up right there, and then we'll roll through the fall break. So you end up with a 2-touchdown win, 28-14. You beat the Bulldogs and got that win. Kind of talk to us a little bit about that since that was your last game.
Well, you know, I'm not sure if you were in town or out of town. You're being a world traveler like you are, but the weather was kind of bad here, for a couple days there, and it was wet, homecoming night, wet, rainy. Field was pretty muddy on the sides, real bad. We destroyed our sidelines. But, Smyrna had a good football team coming in and made us, had our attention. So we played pretty well. Thought we did a good job. But we got off to kind of a slow start offensively.
That seems traditional now with Rutherford County teams. The
Well,
first quarter, you don't do much.
We've been a pretty good starting team.
Yeah.
It's just the other night, Smyrna's got a good defense, and it took us a little bit to figure out what we could do and get in sync. And then I felt like once we got in sync pretty well, we were able to manage things and thought we played well defensively most of the night. Had a big play right before the half out of Sid Wilson. Caught a touchdown pass off of a deflection, kind of like in the Ole Miss Alabama game,
Yeah.
And that really sparked us to give us the halftime lead. Other than that, it was pretty even for the first half. And then we got the ball right out the gate and was able to score to start the second half. And that really swung momentum in our favor. And at one point, I think we were up 28-7. And then they made a little run there and was able to get a touchdown to get it to 28-14. But then we kind of settled back down and was able to grind it out and get the victory.
Special teams wise, seems like you're getting more and more consistent. Doesn't seem like you have any problems. Seems like you're doing everything you want to do. Is that phase of the game where you want it right now?
Our place kicker, he's done well. Thomas Burks, he's done a good job. He's missed one field goal all year. Hit the big one against McCauley, and I think he's missed one extra point. So he's been pretty consistent. Our return game hadn't quite been, exactly what we want, but we did get a big return the other night from a sophomore, Corey Rankins, to move the ball out. Gave us great field
position. Does he have
position.
potential to go forward and be a
Absolutely,
factor?
yeah.
Okay.
Corey's got good speed. He's real smooth. He just needs a little more touches and experience, and we think he can be a really good player for us moving forward as we get into the playoffs and things like that. We hope he's starting to be one of those guys that makes a move, as a sophomore.
So you ended up Friday night. So now you're on fall break, which was all last week. So what did the Blaze do? How did you take your fall break?
Well, we gave them off the first 3 days, and then we practiced Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
And met as a staff.
So really, they got off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then you brought them back in. So they got 5 days off. So that's good. That gives the coaches a little chance to get with the wives or significant others and enjoy a little time, get caught up with them. Maybe
Right.
mow the yard. I don't know.
I mowed mine, but yeah, we gave them a good 5 days off, and that way, if they wanted to schedule a vacation, you got a good block of time to get that done. And we had, I would say 90% of our kids were here Thursday and Friday. We had a couple sophomores, one was attending a wedding, and a couple on vacation. But overall, I was very pleased with how we handled the break and kids staying involved and showing up to practice and all those things.
All right, you got a tough one. You got a tough one. It's Wednesday now, so Friday night you're going to have a tough one. You got Siegel, and you got to go over there.
Right.
Talk to us about Coach Wine's team. We know that their quarterback, and we know that they got a powerful running back, Greedy. But let's talk about what have you been. That's the obvious that everybody should know. But talk to us a little bit about some of the guys that maybe some of the other ones out there, the numbers that they may need to be looking for out on the field that could be causing some problems for the Blaze.
Well, offensively, they've been pretty explosive all year. With like you said, with Greedy House, he's a great player. And
nice upper body strength.
And Jordan Middleton, good experienced quarterback, both back from last year. They've had some injuries and some different things that's changed up some of their skill people, but they've got a little backup tailback that I really like, number 25 for them. he's really got great speed, and they've started working him some at receiver, and that's scary because he's got as good a speed as anybody I've seen in the county just on the video. Defensively, they've struggled at times, but I really thought that watching them on video, they gave up some big plays to Riverdale, but I felt like they were trying to move around a little more and be a little more active defensively and make some things happen.
Did they gamble a little too much maybe at times, or?
I don't know that the gambling hurt them. I think that just here and there, Riverdale would find a crease, and they've got good speed and could take it to the house. Their little tailback, number 6, he's a good player, got good speed, and the quarterback did a good job of converting some third downs against them. But Siegel battled Riverdale, really well despite the score. I thought that Siegel was down by a lot and then battled back and kind of got it to where Riverdale had to keep their starters in and to close out the game. So, they've got a big old freshman defensive end that's going to be a really good player. I know they got the France kid plays another one of their defensive ends. He's very solid. They got 2 defensive tackles in there that are good-sized kids.
They got a lot of lean kids, good-looking lean kids, well developed.
Yeah, they got a linebacker that I like that moves around and is active. Number 1, I think, he's pretty active. They just, changing up here and there, losing this kid or having an injury here has affected them. But, I know the score may not say it, but I thought they played better defense against Riverdale than maybe they did the week before against Smyrna. They looked more aggressive. They were really trying to fly around and stop the run, and just gave up some big plays that kept them from being able to get them off the field and get the ball back.
So you saying maybe 1 or 2 of those plays the score could have flipped in a second if they catch a break or something happens and goes their way?
I think all games are that way, Stork. I think from college, NFL, even when it's a blowout, let's say the Titans play the Patriots and the Patriots win 38-7. Well, to me, most games are decided by 3 or 4 plays, and those plays will swing momentum one way or the other, and then everything after that's window dressing. It's get a score or 2 late to make the score look worse than
Right.
it was. But all teams, I think all football teams, for the most part, there's not a great deal of difference between them. It's just those 4 or 5 explosion plays, big plays, whatever you want to call them. Everybody's got a different name for them. Those things change games and swing it in one way, swing the favor toward one team or the other. And
well, we sure saw that with Vandy and MTSU, and even the Kentucky Eastern game. You see how they just quickly that could just swing.
Right, it's those 3 or 4 plays a game that change the game for one team or the other. I've believed that for 20 years. I believe that as a player. My coaches talked about that, and you never know when those opportunities are going to happen. So as a player, you have to be playing hard every play, giving great effort every play, so that when opportunity to make a big play presents itself, you make the play. And then it swings momentum in favor of your team, and then, it kind of gets the other team spirits down a little bit, and momentum is what you really try to play for, getting the momentum and then go throw the knockout punch.
Well, I kind of felt like, I turned on, I watched opening shots and everything, and watching the Middle Tennessee Western game, and just in minutes, that thing was spinning out of control, and it was almost like somebody trying to stop a bunch of water coming at you, and you couldn't get enough in front of it because it's squirting here, it's squirting there, and things can unravel pretty quickly, and you can throw a bunch of points up. It doesn't matter if it is college or high school, is it?
No, it doesn't. And as the other team, you're just trying to hold the flood back. Just try to find a way to divert it and get them stopped, get the ball back, and see if you can make some adjustments. But if you can't ever get to that point, then it starts really piling up on you fast.
Injury-wise, how are you? I mean, you got this game, and then we only got 3 left. I mean,
it's amazing.
It's just bam, 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 and then I was telling Coach Creasy, told Ron, told everybody, we're going to see how this thing's going to fall out, because I'm not for sure, and I don't think anybody, of course, Tom Krager says he knows everything, but I don't think. I mean, we won't know until we get to right at that week 10. We play that game, but right before that, then you're going to have the win or lose factor. Well, if you win, you're going to play this. If you lose, you play that. Am I right or wrong? Or
You're right. You're right.
I mean, we're not. I mean, we can talk, but we're not going to know till the last 3 are played.
Right, and then when the tiebreaker starts shaking out, if you had a three-way tie,
Okay.
because if it's a head-to-head tie, it's easy. You just go to who won the game.
Okay.
But if you started getting some three-way ties where maybe three teams finish with two losses, then you have to start looking at different things, and that's when you got to call Kreger and let him tell you, he's
to make sure, I mean, because
Yeah.
he's going to have the score and take it all the way through the process of whatever TSSAA says.
right. Now the thing that's different this year is the bracket is laid out.
Right.
And basically, from my understanding, if you're a 1 seed in our district and a 2 seed in our district, you won't play till the semifinals. You would catch the 1 seed out of East Tennessee
Right.
before you would catch the 1 seed out of the middle Tennessee side of the bracket. So there's some possibilities for if you finished a certain way, you could play back through your county, and there's possibilities if you finished in a certain seed that you may play everybody from East Tennessee throughout the playoffs, just because of the way they'll seed everything. So it's going to be a different setup than what it has been.
And we're not used to it yet because we don't know what we're getting yet. We
Right.
don't know,
We've tried to project and what if and all that, and it kind of looks like we may end up seeing some teams that we don't usually see,
Right.
especially in the first round. And then if there's not any upsets, you may see someone in the second round, that if everything stayed as it was today, which there's going to be a lot of change. We know that because, I think we have kind of I guess right now there would be a 3 or 4-way tie for second place, but we would hold the tiebreaker over Smyrna, Cookeville, and Riverdale because head-to-head we beat them.
Right.
But all those teams are all going to play each other, so there's going to be some losses there for somebody,
Yeah.
and knock some people out of the race, so to speak, and clear up the playoff picture. But the top 4 are going to host.
Right.
I think Oakland and Blackman have kind of assured themselves of being at least in the top 4. So
At least you want one here at the house.
Right. If you're a 1 seed, you're going to get 2 at your home
Yeah.
field, maybe 3. If you're a 2 seed, you're probably going to get 2 at your home field. So it's going to be different, and I think that's exciting. I mean,
I think the
would-
best part about it, for me, usually we get a shot, or maybe how it always trickles out that we get a shot. Right now, let's face it, Maryville's top dog. They own everybody, and everybody knows it. If we're going to try to beat somebody, they are so-called the Patriots, as you would put it, or whatever you can label them anywhere,
Yeah.
the Alabama or whatever. They're top dog, and I'd like to see 2 or 3 of us at least get a shot at them, and that could play out, couldn't it? We
It
could
could.
have a Riverdale play them, an Oakland play them, and a Blackman play them all in 3 weeks, and that could shake right out.
That absolutely could. And if you're playing that game, that's going to be exciting.
Why not? You want to. If you're going to try to knock them out, I at least want to get a chance at the bat.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're going to hit against Sonny Gray, you're going to have to step in the box and let him throw that breaking ball, that curve ball, and see if you can swing in the dirt at it at least once.
Absolutely.
Anything else? We know the Blackman faithful will be in full force, band, and everything will be rolling because the battle of the band. The two big dogs, that's their big deal. So I'm sure that I'm not going to be at the game. I wish you the best luck. Anything else you want to add to your faculty, staff, administration, fans, whatnot?
We've just had great support all year, and
Absolutely.
I know we'll carry a good crowd over to Siegel. The student body will be there and support us because it's an in-county game, a rivalry game. I guess kind of the 2 newer schools.
Yeah, y'all the 2 newbies.
None of us are new anymore, I guess,
No.
except for Stewart's Creek, but we're the 2 newest Murfreesboro schools, and then the Battle of the Borough, I guess the north side of that would be going on at the same time. So it'll be exciting. We're on TV, so
Oh, great.
You can DVR it.
I'll
if you
DVR it.
don't
I
show
got
up.
a new box. I will DVR it. You can assure that, and I think I can still pull that off TV. I think I still got the intelligence. Anything else?
That's all, Stork. Appreciate it.
Alrighty. So it's Wednesday. So 2 days from now is game day, and they'll be going over to Siegel, 7:00 kickoff. That's the Blaze and the Siegel Stars, and then we've got the Battle of the Borough going on. We're back on schedule next week. I will see Coach Watson on Thursday, so we'll see you then.